Hi, Society Stitchers. I'm Katie.
I'm Laura.
I'm Athena.
And we are the Black Needle Society. And we are here to unbox the happy hour stitching box with 2MartiniStitcher. So that's Erin, by the way. So if we use the name Erin, that's who we're referring to during this and in the pamphlet. So Erin was one of our very first reps. And when we formed the rep group at the very beginning of everything, all of the reps were like, you need to do a happy hour box with Erin. And they were like, it would be so cute to do this and this and this. And everybody in that group was so excited. So we thought it would be a really fun thing to do for our 1-year anniversary box, was to kind of go back to those original reps and their ideas, and to also, you know, celebrate our anniversary with a happy hour.
So are we ready to dig in?
Sure. Let's just start from the top since it's right here on top this time.
This is the Happy Hour Needleminder designed by the Black Needle Society. Who needs to wait for happy hour? It's always happy hour when stitching is involved.
It doesn't want
So, yes, there are 2 martinis as a subtle nod to Erin's username. And I decided to put an olive and a twist on there.
So fun.
It says always happy hour in between the 2 glasses. It's not focusing, but that's what it says in there.
Okay, Athena, what do you want to do next?
The next thing that's right there.
Exclusive specialty floss made by Live and Die LA. This cocktail inspired trio was created exclusively for our January box customers. So you may remember that we use Live and Die LA in our nice list box, and that's who the Ada bag was from.
Yes. And I'm going to tell you that I reached out to them about doing these the thread for this box. I didn't even get to send a color palette. They were so excited to do the happy hour thread that they were like, we already have ideas. What can we do? And they were like, do you have something? Because we already have ideas. I was like, you go with it. You were clearly excited. You go with it. And I just love what they came up with. And the green is perfect for Erin because it's one of her favorite colors.
So the green is Melon Illusion, and these are all 10-yard skeins.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. This one is
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. Okay, that one. And Tequila Sunrise.
Yes.
Which is so pretty.
So what we worked out with them is that the Tequila Sunrise and the Bordeaux are both variegated colors, and the Melon Illusion should be a solid.
Or at least more solid.
More solid, yeah.
And this one is getting blown out a little bit, but it is nice pinks, oranges, yellows in there. So
it should stitch up really beautifully.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys, my watch is going to make noise apparently.
Okay, Katie, what's next?
Well, I think I'll do what's in the small box next.
Okay.
Okay, in the small box is tart raspberry simple syrup made by Shaker and Spoon. Erin regularly subscribes to and enjoys Shaker and Spoon subscription boxes. She asked if it would be possible for us to partner with them to bring you a simple syrup from their collection. We are so happy to include their tart raspberry simple syrup, which you can use to make a framboise thaw cocktail recipe on their YouTube channel or on the side, right?
Yes.
Or experiment with your own creations. They recommend use with gin, but will hold up in any alcohol you choose.
So the reason I said that you could watch the recipe on YouTube is because they do use kind of specific bar equipment. So I do think it's probably better if you don't regularly make drinks to see how they make it on their video. But yes, the recipe and all of the ingredients you need for that framboise thaw, it's kind of a tongue twister, is there on the label as well. And it sounds really good. It has 4.5 ounces of spiced apple cider, some dry gin, the syrup, heavy cream, and cinnamon. So it sounds very like cozy to me.
And I would personally like to thank one of our amazing subscribers. She gets Shaker and Spoon already. And so when she got the syrup, she was super happy about it. but she posted, I think, in the Shaker and Spoon group that she got the syrup, and some people there were concerned about the bubbles that were inside of her bottle, and they thinking maybe it had fermented. So she reached out to Shaker and Spoon. Shaker and Spoon said, no, the raspberry ones do bubble up, and that's completely normal. So if yours did have bubbles in it and you were concerned about it, that's perfectly normal. So
Good to know.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Also, we were in touch with Shaker and Spoon, and they knew that Erin really loved their boxes, and that's why we were featuring them. So they also gave us a code that you can use to save $10 off of a box if you'd like to try the subscription, and it is simply BNS. So not that hard to remember, 3 letters, BNS, and you can save $10 if you want to try the Shaker and Spoon subscription.
Nice.
Awesome. Athena, what do you want to do next?
Let's grab this big thing that's crammed in the back there.
Okay. This is the exclusive Stitch O'Clock tote bag designed by Blanca Design. Meeting up with friends for a sip and stitch. Travel safely with this vinyl tote bag, which conveniently is large enough to tuck a bottle of wine into as well.
An empty
Nice.
bottle of wine, but yes, specifically created the bag so that you could put a bottle of wine in there.
I love it. It's that same material that a lot of our project bags are made out of, and then the inside, I love this purple.
Yes.
It's so pretty.
Beautiful.
I think
Love
we
it.
need a project bag soon with that color in it, right?
Yeah.
And Blanca, you have seen her work before if you have been following us. She actually designed the outside of our wallet for the March box last year.
Okay.
Nice.
So
I'd rather be buying cross stitch.
yes. So now she's done it's Stitch O'Clock somewhere for us.
Okay, Katie, what's next?
I think we should do the big box.
Okay.
Exclusive Cheers wine glass designed by the Black Needle Society. We were inspired by Erin's FlossTube closing line, Cheers, to create this wine glass for your next happy hour.
Without spilling it on the computer.
I know, right? It's there. Cheers.
Okay, so Mom was reaching to show you this. I'm going to segue for a second. Our supplier did have a little hiccup when they were creating these for us. And we had ordered copper glasses that also say Cheers on them. And you can see, so there is a slight difference in color. And we received some copper, however, they did not send us the full amount, and then they didn't have enough to fulfill our entire order. So they replaced the entire order with this gold for us. So everybody received a gold glass. However, I'm going to tell you that we are going to put the copper ones up in the vault for sale on February 1st. And it is going to be the one and only item going up in February. So I don't know if we can do this there. Yeah. Dark spoiler card. So these, like I said, have a copper bottom. This is the gold one that came in the box. It will not be up on the vault until March 1st. And we'll talk about that later. But if you would like the copper one, you can get that now. Mom's like, and I'm drinking.
And we should all just cheers. I have Pepsi, but it counts.
Cheers. We have Electra.
Yes, we have a rosé.
I feel fancy drinking my Pepsi out of a glass.
Okay, Athena, what's next?
Let's do the fabric.
Okay, we have exclusive 5 o'clock fabric made by Seraphim Fabrics. Erin asked Laurie of Seraphim Fabrics to create a green olive inspired fabric for this special box. It is not the called for fabric for a pattern of the month, but we think it may just be a great option with approximately 2-inch margins. Okay, Athena's is getting way blown out.
It's getting
Yeah,
really yellow.
Like changes the whole color of my room. My camera does not like. Hers is better. That it's more of a cool green. It's not warm. I don't know why my camera is trying to change it warm.
Yeah, yours turned almost yellow, didn't it?
I think
Yeah.
depending on what kind of fabric you got, it changed a little bit. I feel like the even
Not
weaves,
that much.
yeah, not that much. I feel like the even weaves were a little paler and a little closer to that olive color. And the Adas and the linens got a little more like apple teeny colored.
I feel like the floss and the fabric are very close in color.
Yeah.
So. And I got a, what did I get? 16 count Ada is what I got. So.
And this is the linen. And everybody got an 1/8 of a yard cut. I don't know if I put that in the pamphlet or not. But yes, everybody received an 1/8 of a yard.
Okay, Katie, what's next?
Oh wait, actually, we will do
exclusive martini garnish counting pin set designed by the Black Needle Society. Did someone say martini? Would you like that with an olive, an onion, or a twist? Use these pins to keep your counting straight, just in case you have a little too much fun at happy hour. Also a cute addition to a soft, fully finished project.
They also make amazing accessories on your formal wear. Did you guys see this?
yes.
One of our amazing society members couldn't wear jewelry, I don't remember, but needed some bling. So she pinned these into her dress.
Oh.
Accessory.
So these I actually use needles and I use counting pins when I stitch. And I know that we watched at least one unboxing where somebody was like, what do you do with these? I have no idea. They're really cute, but I have no idea. So if you've never used counting pins before, a lot of times people just shove them into a finished project as a cute decoration. I kind of thought that these would be a little more useful though, because I don't really know that many alcohol related patterns that this would go with. But what you do is you use them to mark your stitches. So like if you're stitching a really long row, sometimes I'll count like every 10 stitches and put a counting pin in, or I'll do like every 25 stitches and put a counting pin in. So that way I can just start over and not have to count like a 200 stitch long line and keep it all in my head and count it a million times.
Right.
So there you go.
Pretty cute.
Counting pins help you count.
Okay, Athena.
Okay, am I doing the fun one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
What are these?
Yay!
This is everybody going, okay. These are snacking and crafting finger chopsticks curated by the Black Needle Society. You can't have a happy hour without snacks, but no one wants a food-stained project. Use these chopsticks so you can keep stitching while snacking with no mess.
Yeah.
And we think
I
that
was like, I don't have any snacks to pick up, so I'm like picking up random things.
we think that a lot of you like the same kinds of snacks that we do, because we heard a lot of you talk about Cheetos.
Cheetos, Doritos. Yeah.
Yes. So I don't really think that these are great for like keeping on your fingers while you stitch. Like I feel like that would probably get in the way. So I fully envision everybody, I've been turning them upside down and then just pinching with these two fingers, and then you would lay it down back down and pick it back up when you need it.
Just get a bowl and like get a bowl of whatever. So the crawlies, the sour, the gummy candies that I like, crawlers? I don't remember. I just leave them in the bag and then I go fish this out, grab one, eat it, and there you go.
And I will also say that this item was 100% inspired by our friend Beth, who last year was so excited because she did
she supported a
was
GoFundMe.
Yeah, a GoFundMe, and she was finally getting her chopsticks, and she was like, and I can finally eat Cheetos while I stitch. Exact same thought as everybody else. So when we were putting together this happy hour box, it was like, oh yeah, that would probably be a really great thing to include so that you can eat and sip and stitch all at the same time.
So we had that idea tucked in the back of our heads to save for the perfect box. Yes. And Katie thought about it with this one.
So hopefully you enjoy it. It was the funniest thing.
Yes.
I was a little nervous about including it, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I wasn't sure. You know, I always, Mom and Athena make fun of me every single time because I'm like, are they gonna like the box?
I hope they like it.
But it seems like everybody has just gotten some joy out of the chopsticks.
I think having a item in the box that keeps people guessing is just awesome. It just inspire everybody to be like, what in the world? But I'm gonna have everybody talking about it. So there you go.
Okay, and last up is our 5 o'clock somewhere cross stitch pattern designed by Ink Circles. We are thrilled to include another custom pattern in our subscription boxes from Tracy over at Ink Circles. Erin specifically chose Tracy to create her dream happy hour pattern for this box, and we definitely agree she was the perfect choice. Grab a cocktail and enjoy the stitch.
So can I tell you guys that Tracy was just finishing up our March pattern from last year and was emailing me the same day that Erin was like, I'd really like ink circles for my box. And so I get to reply to Tracy where she's sending me the pattern and all of that. And I'm like, this is lovely. You want to do another one for us? So yeah.
Of I don't remember who I watched so many unboxings already, but somebody just rambled off, boom, 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 what all of those drinks were. And I was like, you are way better than me. I know there's a tequila sunrise. There's a Bloody Mary.
I would say Cosmo. I know an old fashioned, it looks like a beer stein, Moscow Mule, daiquiri, margarita. I don't know if that's like just whiskey or whiskey sour. And
the one at 9 o'clock, I think that one is like some sort of with like Kahlua or something, maybe a Kahlua and cream or something.
Does it say in the pattern?
Not on the back, and I literally just pinched it all together, which I'm sure everybody just heard and loved hearing that snapping sound.
Yeah.
No.
But we were talking about it and we were like, yeah, Tracy really was the perfect choice for this pattern because she already did was it 99 bottles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was gonna say 100 at first. I was like, no, I don't think that was right.
No, because it's the song.
Yeah, 99 bottles of beer. And if you have the hot cocoa pattern from her, she even gives an alternative on there where you can replace the cinnamon sticks with peppermint schnapps bottles.
I love all the little stir sticks. There's like a flamingo one, a board, and there's a skull. I like them. Just the more you look at it, of course, with all Ink Circles patterns, the more you look at it, the more you see, the more you fall in love with. It's just, it's really cute. I love it.
Such an amazing job with this. It's so cute.
Yeah.
So
there's
cute.
even, are those pickles?
Yeah, I think so.
Love it. That's funny. Oh my goodness. I'm done.
So as I kind of said in the middle of this, we will be putting these items in the vault on March 1st. Normally, they would be going up today, February 1st. However, because we did have to delay shipping by a week, I just am not comfortable putting things up before people have the chance to say, hey, I was missing this. Hey, you know, my glass broke, something. And I just want to make sure that everybody, all of the customers who bought the box are taken care of first.
Yeah, our international customers have not received their boxes still yet. And yeah.
We're getting camera bombed here.
Yep. Kitty cat.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the box. Athena, what's your favorite item?
I like the project bag. I mean, tote bag. I'm used to saying project bag. I like the tote bag.
I feel like it's been pretty evenly divided between that project bag and the chopsticks from what we've seen.
Yeah.
I really like the fabric. I always like fabric though. And the floss.
And the floss.
Okay, you did have one more thing to talk about.
Yes, it's our anniversary, guys. So this is our 7th subscription box. So yes, we sent out boxes before last January, but those were more just like special edition one-off boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Last January was the first time we ever sent out a subscription. And to celebrate that, we have kept back one of every single box that we sent out during the year. So we are going to be sending one lucky person per box. I'm like, how do I say this? 6 different people are going to get a box. That's how I'm going to say that.
Yeah. What is it? Like one winner per item. There you go.
Yeah. Yes. So if you would like to win one of the boxes, follow us on Instagram. I will be starting that today, February 1st, for your chance to enter and win. I'm going to start with January, and I'm going to be posting one prize a day for you to get. So today is January, tomorrow is March, so on and so forth.
So for 6 days in a row, you'll want to come back and check out the Instagram and do all the things.
Yes.
Or
Will
figure out which box, like figure out, I mean, they're all amazing. Of course, enter for all of them, but figure out which box you want, plan your day. There you go.
Yep. But yes, everything will be 100% on Instagram. If we try and divide it between the different social media things, it gets really complicated. So we're just keeping it in one place.
We won't be back on March 1st for an unboxing
No.
because we don't have a February box. However, we'll be back for April 1st.
Yes. And somewhere here soon, I don't have an exact date. I am going to hop on and show you what my January month looks like in my planner. I will tell you the front end is very light. The back end got a little more use out of it. So you guys can just see kind of what I've done with the planner. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on how you've used different pages. I'll tell you what I liked about what I did and what I didn't like about what I did and what I think I'm going to change and all the planner things.
There's one more thing we probably should talk about, and that's what's on sale in February.
Yes. So
we're really excited.
Everybody's excited, I hope.
So we have signed contracts, everything is nailed down. We are going to have our first in-person retreat as the Black Needle Society, first in-person retreat here in Kansas City. Actually, it's going to be in Independence. I always get Independence and Blue Springs where that line is messed up in my head, so I have to look to her for where we're actually having it. But it's in Independence, and I think I can finally tell you, since I signed contracts, it is going to be at the Stony Creek Hotel. It is so cool. Our theme this year is Camp BNS, and it 100% fits this hotel.
Yes.
It is like rustic lodge looking. It's gonna be so cool.
Amazing scenery. There's amazing shops, restaurants, everything all around in that area too. But the scenery, yeah.
I was gonna say our favorite Mexican restaurant is like literally one parking lot over. Like,
and the cool thing is that it's where the Bass Pro Shop is. So they built a little lake out back so that they could do fishing tournaments and different events and teach fishing. So we face that little lake that they have out there. So it's so pretty.
The room will have some sliding glass doors. We're going to keep those open, I think, for most of the retreat. We'll see how things are going.
We won't keep the doors open. We'll keep the curtains
open.
open.
Curtains so you can see out. We'll have all the windows.
It'll be in August.
We'll have all the windows with the shades up so you can have natural light in the room. It's gonna be really nice, and we hope relaxing. And there's talk about a s'mores night with the fire pits, because
you're telling all the things.
Yeah, I am, because the fire pits are right off the room, and we're gonna have a s'mores bar.
I was gonna ask if we could share that, but I was like, I don't know if we can or not.
Okay, and the cool thing for me is that I am a person who needs to be gluten-free. And I said, oh, I'll have to bring my own graham crackers. And our salesperson said, oh no, we can do gluten-free s'mores.
And vegan.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome. That is amazing. So, okay, all of this is going to go on sale when?
February 10th. I was going to have a newsletter go out today with all of the information. However, I just feel like that's a lot of stuff to send out on February 1st. So I'm going to send the information out on February 5th. So I'm sorry, guys, I lied to you, but I'm going to I will send all the information out on February 5th. I just don't want double emails getting bounced back because it looks like spam going into your inbox. So February 10th is the date that it will go on sale to the general public. If you are an active subscriber to Retreat in a Box, you will get early access on February 9th. Because we have not held this event before, nobody gets early access before that. So,
and the thing to know about being an active current subscriber is that you have to have bought one of the monthly boxes
within the last 3 boxes. So this happy hour one, the resolutions one, or the cozy stitching one. Who's impressed that I can go backwards like that?
Me. I am super impressed.
So,
Yeah, you have to have bought one of those 3 boxes to be a current subscriber. So
yes.
yay.
So much news here today along with your unboxing. We're so excited about this though.
Okay, you're on top of it. Is there anything else that I am not remembering today?
I think we snuck all of it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got next on sale. We got next shipping. We got vault stuff.
Good.
Yeah, dates for the retreat. If you're interested, I can tell you it will be August 4th through the 7th, 4, 5, 6. The 7th is just a couple of hours in the morning. We have the room
on Sunday
until about 11:30, I believe is what the contract says. So it's to kind of just clean up and say final goodbyes and all that. So,
and maybe some little surprise we cook up. We'll see. You never can tell.
So with that, anything you can think of, Athena?
Nope.
Okay. Then we're really going to say, have a wonderful week, guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Post those pictures.